I'm going to just talk you through a few really nice yoga stretches, which are really suitable after you've done your spin or been on a bike outside. Who goes out on a bike outside these days? This is a really sort of simple yoga sequence. Really recommended to do it after each session to sort of ease off the back of the legs and the shoulders in particular. They can get quite hunched up during a spin session. So first thing really after you've finished your spin is, just take the sort of tension down. Is that the right word for these spin bikes? To take it down so it's a nice easy cycle, and this just helps to flush any fresh blood through the system. And so it's worth doing this for a minute or two. And then as you're doing this, I quite like to just sit up and then just basically just open up the arms, just ease off the arms one side and then the other. I'm just going to stop my pedaling, but you continue. So easing off the arms in that way. So just do about 30 seconds on each side. I quite like to then just reach up with the hands, reaching up as far as I can, finding some length in the body. It's quite nice. And if that's comfortable, maybe you could fold the arms like this, holding onto the opposite elbows. So really sort of feeling the opening in the chest. And then we can just do a side bend to one side, coming up to the middle, and then coming onto the other side. So that's quite a nice thing to do a few times, just to find that length in the waist. And then finally, just going to place the hands on the lower back and just bring the elbows in towards each other as much as possible, feeling that opening in the chest and shoulders. That's really nice. Just to ease off the upper body a little bit. Maybe you can even just shrug the shoulders a few times. And then I like to just stretch off the back of the calves. So do it on the other side so you can see it first time around. So you can see in this leg, I've got my heel dipping really quite low down. And then the further I lean forward, the straight leg, the more intensity I can feel. So really nice opening in the back of that calf. And of course, it's all about balance, isn't it? So once you've done 30 seconds on that side, then just cycle around slowly. It's good to have the quite heavy tension on the wheel when you do this. And we're going to come onto the other side. So feeling that in that opposite calf now. And just being careful not to introduce any tension into the shoulders as well as you do this. So really feel relaxed in the whole body, maybe slightly engaged in the abdomen. So pressing that heel down, nice straight leg, feeling that calf nicely open. And let's just come off the bike. So come off the bike and just we're going to raise the legs. So you can either raise it, depending on your flexibility, onto the frame, which is relatively low, or if you're feeling quite flexible today, you could raise it right onto the handlebars, and just growing nice and tall. But whichever position you are, just do be comfortable, not trying to overstretch, not trying to power through something. And as a rule in yoga, dull aches are good. So if you're feeling a dull ache and something is open, and that's quite nice generally, but sharp pains are not. So don't be doing that. So once you've got your right position, either high or low or medium, then we're going to lengthen through the front of the body, and we're going to raise the opposite arm to that raised leg, and then ease down. So holding either onto the foot or onto the shin, so whatever feels right. But you should feel quite a nice opening here. Just find a bit of length on the legs. And so once you've held this for about 30 seconds, it's about 5 breaths. I would say 5 nice, long, smooth breaths. And we're going to come on to the second part of this. And again, it just depends on your flexibility. Either have the foot low, medium, or high. And this is a really nice opening on the inside of the inner thigh. And you could just place the one hand on the lower back, palm, the back of the hand on the lower back, breathing in. And you might even want to just do a little bit of a side bend here. So just see how you get on. So the thing is with yoga, it's just about exploring the body. It's how your body is, not particularly interested in getting into these weird and wonderful, very advanced postures, often demonstrated by people who are naturally flexible and, you know, probably been a gymnast from an early age. I'm just jealous of those, by the way. So, and then just coming up from there and just easing that leg off in whichever way you can. And then we're going to come over to the other side now. So for the purpose of this, just to demonstrate. So either having the leg low, medium, or in a high position. So really opening up in the back of that calf, back of that hamstring, and then opposite arm to leg, reaches up, and then just folding forward. So again, just acknowledging that feeling. And if it doesn't feel right, if your leg is too high, it doesn't feel right, don't force. You know, it will come with time. So if you force anything, it could result in an injury. So if this is okay for you, then that's absolutely fine. Don't be too much of a rush to get into some kind of advanced position. I've been practicing yoga for about 20 years and I can just about do this, but no doubt there's people who are much more flexible than me. That's absolutely fine. So once we've done about 30 seconds on that side, then we ease around. So we're opening that inner thigh. So breathing in, lengthening the front of the body, crown of the head lifts, and then maybe even just do a side bend. So all the time, just taking note of what's happening in the body. How does it feel? It should feel good. You shouldn't be kind of straining in any way. Please don't strain. No strain, no pain. That is my motto. And then ease off from there. Just gently lifting that leg down. And then we're just gonna, you know, part of the back of the hips quite often get tight after doing a spin. And to ease that off, we're gonna just softly bend the standing leg. So we're going to come onto both sides. So in the first stage, I'm going to do my balance on my left leg, soft knee, and then right ankle over that knee. And then using the bike, I'm going to come down into this sort of half squat position. And I'll just move around so you can see the side profile of that. So that my right foot is engaged, so it's protecting that knee joint. And then I'm easing down as far as is comfortable, and I can really nicely feel that in the back of the hip into the piriformis. So good to maintain hip mobility. And again, 30 seconds later, we come down to the other side. So soft right leg for me this time. So we're not having a really tight right leg, soft around the knee, left ankle over that right knee, and then ease yourself down. And so using the bike or wall for balance, or if you wanted to really get all yogic on me, then you can bring the hands into this prayer position. And in some yoga classes, they call it the vegan eagle. So there you go. So, but yeah, don't get Don't be doing this if the balance isn't there. So 30 seconds later, you can just come out of this and then just ease yourself off. Just giving your hips a little bit of a move around, and then we're done. Hope you enjoyed the session, and if you want to see more, then please subscribe. If you've got any comments or questions or recommendations, then yeah, please do let me know. Thank you. Namaste.